everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to frost your square cake using whipped cream and cardboard. I know a lot of people run away from square cakes, but after this video you're going to learn how to frost your square cake without any problem. So before you start, make sure your cakes are properly chilled and straight from the fridge, and get other equipment ready like your bench scraper, your spatula, your turntable and your whipped cream. And of course, you need your cardboard. We are going to be using three sets of cardboard here. Two a little bigger than the size of your cake, and one which is the exact size of your cake. Now it's important that you get this cardboard, measure correctly, and cover it up with wax paper or parchment paper. Very important. So you unwrap your cakes, and next we start to fill our cakes and crumb coat. We're going to be using the first cardboard, which is a smaller cardboard. This cardboard is the exact size of your cake. Note, very important. If you're going to be using fillings, make sure you pipe it down inside your cake before you place your filling. It's very important so that it doesn't run out. In this video, I'm using caramel filling and wafers and some other things inside my cake. Now, we're using 4 layers of red velvet and vanilla cake. Check the link below to see the link on how you can bake your yummy vanilla cake. Now we're done with filling our cake, and we're going to trim off the edges. It's very important that you trim off the edges so that you don't have your cakes bulging out. At this point, you can also dowel your cake to prevent it from shifting around while you're working on it. Now, next you're going to make sure that all the sides are properly aligned using your bench scraper to push it and make sure that it's straight. Now we begin to fill up all the edges where there are spaces with our whipped cream. After doing that, we're going to crumb coat our cake and make sure that all the edges, all the sides are properly filled up. While frosting square cakes, you will need to crumb coat or coat your cakes up to 3 times. Make sure that all the edges are properly covered, and after crumb coating, place your cake in the fridge for like 10 minutes before you go to the next stage. We are going to coat our cakes like 3 times to make sure that we get the optimal result of covering our cakes. After crumb coating your cake, bring it out from the fridge and begin to pipe round. I prefer to use this method of frosting my cake because I know that every side, every angle will be properly covered. So while you are piping around the cake, make sure that there are no spaces at all. Fill it up properly as you pipe round. That makes your work easy and makes your work faster while covering a square cake. So follow the same process while you're doing your own, and you'll get good result. So this is our second coating of our cake with whipped cream. Make sure that you do this properly. It's very important that you don't miss out this step. The next thing we're going to do is use our bench scraper to clean off the edges. At this point, your cake might be looking all rough and not so fine. Don't worry, we're getting further, we're moving further, and we're making progress. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to carry one of our cardboards and just place on another board, a bigger board, and lift our cakes using the bench scraper and place it on it. You need to be careful where you are doing this so that your cake does not fall off, and make sure your cakes are doweled to prevent it from falling off. Now make sure that it's properly aligned on the cardboard. Then you take some more whipped cream, place on top of your cake, and place the other cardboard on it. Now this is to help you get your surface well. Now if it's not balanced, use your plumb. That helps to guide you and make sure that it's balanced. Now make sure that the top cardboard and the bottom cardboard are properly aligned so that when you start to fill your cake, you don't have any problem of getting more on one side and less on the other side. Now you can use your piping bag or just use a spatula to fill it up, because the top cardboard is already a guide, so it's going to guide you to fill up your cake from top to bottom. Do this for all the sides of the cake from top to bottom, making sure that every part is filled up. Use your whipped cream to fill up any space that you can see on your cake. Now when you're done, just use your bench scraper to clean off the edges. At this point, we're just cleaning up and filling up all the extra spaces where the whipped cream is not yet enough. Do this for all the sides of the cake. Make sure all the parts are properly filled up, and make sure that the top to the bottom cardboard is properly aligned. Remember, this serves as a guide for you so that you don't have more on one side and you don't have less on the other side. Frost your cake properly and then use your bench scraper. While you're scraping, don't scrape to the edge of your cake. Just scrape to almost the end and stop. Scrape to almost the end of the side of the cake and stop. Very important. This particular process is very important so that you don't scrape off your whipped cream off your cake. Now we're going to use the bench scraper to properly clean off the edges of our cake. Now what you do is to take your bench scraper and scrape using the cardboard as a guide. Scrape almost to the end, then turn back and scrape back, just like I'm doing in this video. You go forward and backward, but make sure you don't go to the end of the edges of your cake. Go forward and come back like this. Yes, this is how you get your clean, straight edges while frosting your square cake. Go forward and then scrape it off, then come back. At this point, you can fill up any spaces that you feel the whipped cream did not get to. Go forward and then you come back. Make sure you don't reach the end of the cake. If not, you might pull off your icing at the edges of your cake. Go over the sides of your cake several times to get it clean. Now we are done with having our clean edges. To remove the top cover of your cardboard, get a thread and just thread it through the cake, the top, and lift up the cardboard, and that's it. Now you can fill up the top of your cake and clean off the rough edges on top of your cake. Make sure you do this carefully so that you don't spoil your edges. Do this and clean off, fill up the top of your cake, and then make sure that all the sides are clean. You can use your bench scraper or your spatula to get the clean top edge at this point. Follow the way I do it in the video and you'll be sure to get good results. We're done with frosting our square cake. Now clean off the edges. Clean it off. You can just use your spatula to scrape off every side. Now we're going to decorate our cake. I'm using 2 shades of pink here, a deep pink and a light pink, and you can just freestyle on whatever design you want. I'm making like a marble design on the cake, and I'm going to be using some wafer papers to decorate the cake. I have some gold leaf and a birthday topper. So enjoy, feel free to do your heart desire while decorating your cake. I love the outcome of this cake. It's so beautiful, and I just love the way the colors complement each other. So feel free to make your designs. Feel free to choose your color and design yours. You go, and there you go, our cake is ready. You can also decide to use gold leaf or gold balls to decorate your cake. In this video, I made some wafer paper bowls and used it to decorate my cake. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found great value. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me for more videos on how to decorate and bake great tasting yummy cakes. Have fun and God bless.